Okay, before I begin, I'm just going to say I'm not going to demonstrate my technology portion. So, but I'm going to talk about it in the guided practice because a lot of times I don't, and I'll say something about it, and people will comment, "You didn't put any technology in there." So I'm just letting you know. I know I'm not putting my technology in there, but I'm going to explain it in the guided practice. This is how I know people don't watch these videos. Anyway, okay, so let me just pull up my notes and we'll go from there. All right. All right, class. So now that we've touched on some aspects of the present perfect progressive, what we're going to do as soon as I can get this fixed is we're going to talk about our guided practice that I want you guys to perform today. And so what I'm going to have you do is this. This practice, first of all, is going to help you work on presenting yourself in some sort of interview. So you're going to pretend that you are in an interview. One of you is going to be the interviewer, so the person that's at the job that already works there. And the other person is going to be looking for the job. Now, at this point in the interview, the job person, the person that already works at the job, the interviewer, already has your resume, your CV, and they're going to explain it. And they've already talked to you about things. So now they're getting down to asking you specific questions. And we're going to ask them in the present perfect progressive. So how long are going to be our question words, right? How long have you been verbing? All right. Remember, verb plus ing. All right. So this is what we've been going over all morning. So think of some questions. What would be a question that you could ask? Exactly. How long have you been looking for a job? That's a good question. Because they may say, well, if you've been looking for a year, why is it taking you a year? But, and then what would your response be? I have been looking for 1 month. Yes. What's another question we could ask? Great question. How long have you been teaching? Excellent question. Or you could ask, how long have you been working in the field of, and you can put in there whatever. So write that one down. Can you put that one up on the board? And you can all use that one. I'll give you one freebie, one that you can all use. But I want a total of 5 to 7 questions that you guys come up with together. Because one of you is going to have to ask the questions and one of you is going to have to answer the questions, right? All right. So in this exercise, I want you to come up with your questions. So we're going to take maybe 10 minutes to come up with the questions, right? And then we're going to take maybe 5 minutes or so for you guys to practice asking the questions. And I'll time you, and I'm going to come around and listen. But I'm not going to give you guys any corrections at this point. And I'll explain in a minute why. So the first thing we're going to do is what? Pair up, work on those questions and answers, which I want you guys to do together in your pairs. We have enough people here today that we're going to do that. Number 2, how long do we want to do this for? 10 minutes to come up with the questions and answers. How many? 5 to 7. I've already given you 1, so now you need 4 to 6, right? All right, and then you're going to take 5. I'll give you that time. Once I start my timer on my phone, when that 10 minutes hit, I want you guys to be done and practicing. Then you're going to come up and you're going to do a presentation, okay? So one of you is going to ask the questions. You're going to sit at 2 desks we're going to put together. One of you is going to ask the questions in the present perfect progressive. Excellent. So one of you is going to ask the questions and one of you is going to answer it. We have the model is still up on the board. how long have you been verbing? And then whatever information. And then how does the answer go? I have been verbing for or since, right? So you're going to use for. For we use for what? A specific time frame, right? Yeah, so you're going to say, I have been working as a teacher for 10 years, okay? I have been working as a speech therapist for 2 years, okay? So there's that. Since is, so the for is going to give you that as long as, the full duration, right? Since is going to say basically since another specific time, since June, since May, since 2010, since, all right? So it's going to be a specific time where it's the for is going to be like a long duration, okay? And that's what one of the uses is, or uses are of the present perfect progressive, is duration. Something that happened in the past, and is it currently going on or has it stopped? It's currently going on, correct. All right, good job. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to videotape you guys, okay? I'm going to use my computer, and I'm going to put it right in front of you, and we're going to video you, all right? And you're going to give me your email, and I'm going to send you the video, and your homework later is going to make your corrections. So we're not going to correct today in class. You guys are going to make your own. You're going to self-correct, self-assess yourselves, and make your corrections at home on what you think you need to switch, change, adjust. You know, maybe you forgot the been, maybe you forgot the ing, maybe you forgot for or since, okay? So I want you guys to assess that, and then you'll have another homework assignment as well. But, so I have your emails in my, log, my information log, but I'll double check with you guys. So that's what our corrections are going to be today. So you guys aren't going to help each other out. I want you guys to be able to find out your own errors as well as helping your other peers out. But once in a while, we're going to do this. I thought this would be kind of a change up for you guys, okay? So here's what we're going to do. So pair up. We're going to, what? Come up with how many questions and answers? 5 to 7, but I've already given you one. You're going to take how long to come up with those? 10 minutes, good job. What next? Then you're going to practice, good job. You're going to practice your questions and answers. And you can have fun with this, guys. I don't want you to think like it has to be, how long have you been in the field of finance? How long have you been studying accounting? You know, you can ask some silly questions. I want you to have fun with this. I want you to be a little goofy. You know, how long have you been wearing your hair that way? Now, granted, you can't ask that in an interview, but today I want you to be able, because all I want you to do is master the present perfect progressive, okay? And so then what are you going to do? You're going to do a presentation in front of the class. And what am I going to do? Am I going to sit and pick my nose while you do it? I'm going to videotape you guys, right? Now, how are you going to make your corrections today? Excellent. Thank you, Ahmad. I'm going to send you a video of what you guys did, and you're going to correct yourselves. Now, what I want you to do is I'm going to send you the email, okay? If you have an ability to check on the computer during our break, I want you to go to the computer lab and check to make sure you got the video and you can hear the video and you can see it and that there's no issues, okay? So I want to do that before you leave today, okay? All right, so pair up. Let's go and let's get started, all right? I'm going to put my 10-minute timer on.